Introduction. Ayyubid dynasty was a Muslim dynasty of Kurdish origins. It was founded by Salahuddin or Saladin in the 12th and 13th centuries. The dynasty includes several states like Egypt, Syria, Yemen, Diyarbakir, Hijaz, and northern Iraq. Egypt became the leading Muslim state in the region at that time. Sultan Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. He was born in 1138 CE when his father Amir Najmuddin was the ruler of Tikrit, present northern part of Iraq. He lived 10 years in Damascus to complete his education. He studied Muslim Sunni theology. He was sent to Egypt with his uncle Sherko by Nuruddin Zangi to exclude the name of Al-Aziz Amir to Amir of Egypt. His uncle Sherko became the Vizier of Egypt. He succeeded Sherko after 2 months of his death. He became the ruler of Egypt after the death of Al-Aziz. He organized a big army to conquer the Yemen, Syria, and Palestine. He was the famous opponent of Crusades who were ruling the Jerusalem. He won the Battle of Hattin in 1187 against the Crusades and made an agreement with Richard. According to this agreement, Christians must leave the Jerusalem or Al-Quds to the hands of Muslims. He died on March 4, 1193 in Damascus. Queen of the Egypt and the first Mamluks. The last Ayyubid ruler was the Aybek's wife Shagrat al-Dur. She was the widow of 7 Ayyubid Sultan al-Saleh Ayyub. She organized army against the French army. However, she was a woman. Her authority was not legitimized by the Caliph. Therefore, she has to marry a man that her husband could rule. Her son Al-Mansur Ali became the first Mamluk ruler. Al-Kamil and peace with Christians. Al-Kamil, like his uncle Saladin, fought the Crusades, but he used in diplomacy manner. He signed agreement in 1229, then returned Jerusalem to the Crusaders for 10 years. In addition, Kamil has given Francis the key to his own mosque, therefore Saint could pray there. Francis is stated that he used to respect the Sultan as more a man of peace than the cardinal was. However, in 1250, Turanshah, the last Ayyubid Sultan of Egypt, was killed and changed by his Mamluk slave general Aybek, who created the Bahri dynasty. Saladin had given himself better freedom to the slave mercenaries or Mamluks who work in his army. Legacy. The Ayyubids strengthened Al-Azhar and transferred what had been a Shia school into the best Islamic institute in the world. Another great schools were smashed after the decline of Cordoba and Baghdad, so Cairo became important center for Muslims. Therefore, Cairo became the place of refuge for some people such as Jews escaping the oppression from elsewhere, including the less tolerant Muslims, such as the Almohades in Andalusia. Hospitals built by the Saladin included one for the mental illness, which may well have founded their human treatment. Achievements and contributions. The Ayyubids were patron of the arts and sciences. They established religious schools, hospitals, and introduced public education. They are remembered for fighting and negotiating the Christian Crusaders. The famous Al-Azhar University in Cairo became a leading center for Sunni scholarship and premier institute of learning. The Ayyubids managed to evangelize among the Shia and the Christians. They also gave refuge to the Jews. Later rulers. Saladin appointed his brother Al-Adil to rule in the Jazeera and Transjordan. His another brother Toghtikin ruled in Yemen. His nephews ruled in Baalbek and Hama, and the descendants of Sherko ruled in Homs. After his death, his first son Abdal held Damascus, the second Al-Aziz took Egypt, and a third Al-Zahir ruled Aleppo. Even though there was a clash between Saladin's 3 sons because Abdal intended to be overlord of the whole Ayyubid state, as a whole maintained and strong. Criticism. It is definitely that the clash or division of power occurred among the Saladin's sons only. It happened because lack of brotherhood among them. Criticism and conclusion. However, a fundamental weakness was ultimately proven after Saladin's death. The Sultanate has become decentralized. The descendants of slaves called the Mamluks took over the dynasty.